go to our next section, 2.5, implicit differentiation. 2.4, I give you some property, how to take derivative. So the notation derivative of y with respect to x, we use the notation dy dx or f prime of x or y prime. That's the same thing. And let's review what we did last time. If you have a function f of x equal to 3x squared plus 5x plus 2, if we take derivative of this function, you're gonna end up with 6x plus 5. Now, this example, you have one variable, which is x. Now, look at this example. I have x and y. So, we're going to use the method of implicit differentiation here. So, when we take derivative, they want you to find y prime. This is y prime. So, we're going to take derivative of x with derivative of y with respect to x. So, the first term here, you're just going to have 2x, just like we normally do, right? The second term, we're gonna have 2y, but the y is the variable, so we're gonna put y prime, derivative of y, which is y prime. The derivative of constant is 0, derivative of 0. And they want you to find y prime. So from here, it's very straightforward. 2y, y prime would equal to negative 2x. And then I will need to isolate y prime by itself. So y prime will be negative 2x over 2y, which is negative x over y. All right. Now let's look at the next example. Next example, I have 3 terms. All right, the first term, I'm taking derivative like I would normally do. It would be 3x squared, right? The second term is 2 variable. So I have to apply the product rule, right? So the second term here, I'm gonna do the product rule. So minus, let's put in the bracket here. Product rule said the first time derivative of second plus second time derivative of the first. All right, the first time derivative of second is not going to be 1. We're just going to put y prime plus second time derivative of the first. Now the third term is going to be 2y, y prime. And the right hand side would be 0 because it's constant. Now I'm going to distribute the minus in 3x squared minus x y prime minus y plus 2y y prime equal to 0. Because they want you to find dy over dx, or in other words is y prime, so I'm going to gather all the y prime in one side, everything else is on the other side. Let me keep my number positive, so I'm going to have 2y y prime minus x y prime. Everything else going to be on the other side, which is y minus 3x squared. Alright, I keep this one on this side, and then the rest go to the other side. I'm going to isolate y prime, so I'm going to have y prime factor out. I will have 2y minus x equal y minus 3x squared. Then divide both sides by 2y minus x. So I will have y prime by itself. So that would be my answer, because they're asking for the y over the x, which is y prime. Now the next one, they did not ask for dy over dx, they need the second derivative. We're going to do the same thing, alright, just have to take it twice. So I have x squared plus y squared equal to 4. 2 terms on the left, 1 term on the right. Now the left side, I'm going to have 2x, right? From here it's just 2x The second term, I'm gonna have 2y, and then y prime is equal to 0. Alright, then I'm gonna solve for y prime by itself. So I'm gonna have 2y, y prime is equal negative 2x. Alright, so my y prime would be negative 2x over 2y. I want to reduce a little bit here, so it's going to be negative x over y. Normally if they ask for dx over dy, I would be done, but that's not what they asked. They asked for second derivative, so I have to take derivative of this. So second derivative, I'm going to use the quotient rule, right? Denominator times derivative of numerator minus numerator times derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. Denominator times derivative of numerator minus numerator times derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. Let's simplify this a little bit. Then I'm gonna have negative y plus x y prime over y square. Right? The question asked you to find the second derivative with it, but it said in terms of x and y. I'll still have y prime here, so I'm not completely done because the question wants you to have in terms of x and y. So I have to get rid of this y prime. My y prime is negative x over y, so I'm gonna put that in there. Replace y prime by negative x over y. So I'm gonna have negative y plus x times negative x over y divided by y square. Right? Actually we almost done. We just have everything in term x and y, but I want to get rid of denominator here. Alright, so I'm gonna multiply every term by y. Multiply every term by y. Why did I do that? I need to get rid of denominator. Right? So I'm gonna have negative y square minus x square. On the denominator, I would have y to the cube. Because I multiply this by y, I would have negative y square. The y will cancel out from here. Then I left with negative x square and y to the cube. Now I probably can stop, but let's continue here. I want you to see something. I'm gonna factor out the negative 1. Then I left with y square plus x square over y to the cube. And the reason I do that because x square plus y square equal to 4. I can simplify a little bit further. So I'm gonna have negative 4 over y to the cube. And that would be my final answer because I can't simplify anymore. Right, see you next time.